Good morning, everybody. Pastor Steve here. It's Friday morning, March 27th. Today I'm coming to you to kick off the time that we'll spend together 3 times a week to work out of this little booklet called In Pursuit of Jesus. It's a devotional book. It has 15 different devotions in it that are all Easter themed. We've made these available to you through Waynedale Baptist Church. If you've not received one of these in the mail recently from us, then please feel free to go to the church. And if you drive around to the back side of the church, there's a mailbox set up at the back of the sanctuary building that has 40 or 50 of these in it, as well as the weekly prayer guide. We'll be refreshing that each week with an updated prayer guide. We're just trying to do our best to keep you connected. So be sure to get one of these books. If you have trouble getting it, just call the church office. So, as I mentioned, there are 15 different days worth of devotions in here. And today, we're going to begin with day number 1. We'll do day number 1 together, and then over the weekend, you'll do day number 2 and day number 3. And then on Monday, I'll come back and do another video of day number 4. And then we'll go Monday, Wednesday, Friday after that. Today's lesson is called Grief Overturned. And the passage that it uses is out of John chapter 20, verses 1 through 18. For time's sake, today I'm going to begin at verse number 13. And the story goes that Jesus has been crucified, and he died on the cross, and his body was buried. And now, on Easter Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene has gone to his tomb to prepare his body. And so the Bible says, and they said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping?" She said to them, "Because they have taken away my Lord, and I do not know where they have laid him." When she had said this, she turned around and saw Jesus standing there, and did not know that it was Jesus. Jesus said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping? Whom are you seeking?" And supposing him to be the gardener, she said to him, "Sir, if you have carried him away, tell me where you have laid him, and I will take him away." Jesus said to her, "Mary." She turned and said to him in Hebrew, "Rabboni," which means teacher. Jesus said to her, "Stop clinging to me, for I have not yet ascended to the Father, but go to my brethren and say to them, I ascend to my Father and your Father, and my God and your God." Mary Magdalene came, announcing to the disciples, "I have seen the Lord," and that he had said these things to her. So obviously, Mary Magdalene knew Jesus, and when she heard his voice, she became aware of who he was. Now, she came to the tomb that day with a heavy heart. She was in lament and grief. But upon seeing the resurrected Jesus and hearing his voice, her grief was overturned. There's a little quotation down at the end of this first day's devotion that simply says, "When have you experienced a time when your sadness turned to joy? How will you share the news of Christ's resurrection this week?" I know that we're living in a very strange time, and there are so many concerns. All of us are worried about one thing or another. I spent a number of hours yesterday just calling different members from the congregation to check on them and to try to stay in touch with them. And the thing that I heard, phone call after phone call after phone call, is that we're all pretty concerned about exactly where the coronavirus is going to take us as individuals and as families and as a nation. And I don't know the answer to all those questions, but I can tell you this, is that the resurrected Jesus will give us the victory. Jesus said that he had overcome death and hell and the grave. My hope for you, my hope for me, my wife, and my children is that in this time of sadness and hardship, that we would cast all of our anxieties upon the Lord, for he cares for us. That we would find all of our joy and all of our hope in the resurrected Jesus, who may not take us around the hardships of life, but he will take us through the hardships of life. And so, just remember Mary's words, "I have seen the Lord." Have you seen him? I pray that you will. God bless you in this Easter season, I hope that you enter into the weekend with a heart of expectation, ready to watch our live stream together as a church family on Facebook Live or on YouTube. I look forward to seeing you there. God bless you.